Hey, thanks for joining me. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, make sure you check out my blog at stampwithheather.ca for all sorts of my digital studio videos, tips, and tricks. So this video today is just talking to you about text boxes and a little bit about how I create books for specific trips, opposed to kind of like daily scrapbooking. So this is a trip Emma and I are on right now, actually, in San Diego. And I've had lots of questions about how I do my text boxes. So you'll see here that the text kind of wraps around my photos. And the easiest way that I do this is just by having multiple text boxes. So you can see here, my first box, all of this text I did simply by typing it all in, and then I just added, I hit return, so here, and then I would just use my space bar to line this up along the photo so that it's where I wanted it placed. And then you can see here I've got a second text box, so that I'll just move it down so you can see it starts with the word flight. So again, I would have had an enter after the word nice here, some spaces before the word long, and then I would have ended my text box at the word the here, and my next box goes down until you get to the word plane. And then you can see that my third text box is down here. Now the trick I did with this one is I did use the right align button. And so this is three text boxes all kind of made to look like they wrap around the pictures. Now I will say once in a while I cheat and then I put them so they kind of like I'll move the picture after the text box is there just to tweak it if it needs it. But just play with it, and it's a great way to write a story. So I'm going to just actually show you my book. It's not close to being done, but when I do a scrapbook for a trip, it's a very different sort of scrapbook than the artsy book I usually make when I do my family daily scrapbooking. So you can see I haven't got my covers done yet, and my first page, which will go here, isn't done because that's just kind of how the trip came about. But you can see my double pages. So again, lots of text, lots of journaling going on here, and the photos to match. And then this is our arrival. And I try and link my two pages. So I've got some polka dots here and the polka dots here on the photo to match. And my next spread. Again, I use the same text fonts throughout the whole book. So my journaling font and my title fonts are all the same. And I tried to link these pages with the little back borders, I guess, I don't know what you want to call them, using the Bookstagram download, and that's what I used for the majority of this book, is the Bookstagram. And then the last thing I want to share with you, because this is my last page I've got designed so far, is when I go on a trip with my family, sometimes you don't have time to MDS at night, but what I try and do each day or night, or once on the trip sometime before I forget, is I'll write a little journal of what happened that day. So just a quick summary. So when I go back to do all my journaling, I've got my notes. So you can see here, I just wanted to comment that it was hot, what we liked, what we saw. But I do that each day, so I have that as a record as I build my book. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. But remember that sometimes journaling is much more important than the photos that you have in your book, or the story is more important. So take the time to write it, take the space to include it, and have a good time with it. Thanks so much for stopping by, and don't forget to check out our Facebook group for lots of tips and tricks on your digital scrapbooking.